You didn't ask for it, but you need to hear it. Hot takes today on pet sitting turning into pet burying, how splitting the check turns into a splitting headache, and would you rather? Prepare to laugh and cringe because we are going to say what needs to be said, even if no one asked. She is Rebekah Black. I'm Dan O'Malley, and this is Unsolicited. This first story starts with sweet intentions, but it ends in tears.
Yeah. Have you ever witnessed someone mistake a woman for being pregnant?
Yes.
Is it not the worst?
For everyone. I mean,
Everyone
oh,
involved.
it's so bad for everyone in that scenario. Oh, yeah. Whether you're the person who gets asked the question,
Yeah.
the person who asks the question is feeling terrible, and then if you witness it like I have, oh,
Yeah.
there's you've never wanted to have the ability to just disappear
Right.
more than in that moment.
Exactly. Oh, it's so like I saw this meme on social media last night and it made me think of the time that I was in an elevator and I witnessed someone congratulate a pregnancy to someone that was not pregnant. And it was the most uncomfortable experience of my life. And plus you're stuck in an elevator. There's nowhere to go.
That is possibly the as a witness to this
Yes.
situation, you were in the worst possible location.
Correct. And we're talking 12 floors here. So we get on the 12th and we're going down to the first and we literally have to take this ride together after the mistake has been made.
If I had been you, I would have been looking around like, "Please God, where can I cut these cables?"
I was literally like staring at my feet like that did not just happen. That did not just happen. That did not just happen.
Oh, don't
And
move. It's almost like you're in Jurassic Park and you're being stared down by a T-Rex. You just
mhm,
don't move. You
mhm.
freeze solid. Please
Yep.
don't see me. Please don't see me. Yeah.
I was like, maybe if I'm quiet enough and I look down long enough, no one will know that I'm even here.
Oh God. Okay, so take me to the elevator in question.
Okay, so this is with a former coworker, actually 2 former coworkers, and I'm gonna call the fake pregnant girl Allie. And we're by the way, I feel like I need to preface, she in no way looked pregnant.
Okay.
Like, this is a tiny girl, like, she's tiny, she's cute, she's petite, I tiny. So
Okay.
we get on the elevator, and it's me and her, and we ride down 2 floors, and another person gets on the elevator, and as soon as they get on the elevator and the doors shut, turn to Allie and say, "Oh my god, congratulations. I didn't know you were pregnant." Just point blank, right out there, didn't know you were pregnant. And she goes, there's like a pause, that dramatic long pause. And she just, I don't even think she looked at the person who said this to her, but she was like, yeah, I'm not pregnant. And then it continues to be the most uncomfortable 10 floors down.
I don't know if you have noticed, but even you just telling this story, I'm recoiling, trying to disappear, and I wasn't even there. Like,
You're just shrinking down.
I've turned into a hunchback. Oh,
And
this is awful.
by the time we are, I don't know, we might be at like 4 or 3 floors down when the apology comes, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Meanwhile, Allie is already in tears, like, she's
Oh,
crying. She's not, like, boohooing, but you can see them rolling down her cheeks.
oh no, it's the single
This
solitaire, the solitaire.
Yes, the solitaire, that's a great word.
Ah,
Yeah,
that by the way is how you know someone is truly sad. It's
yes,
not weeping and sobbing;
correct.
it's the solitaire.
It might have been the most painful tear I've ever seen fall from a person's eye. There's literally nothing I can do to make the situation any better. I think if anything, if I chime in and defend, I'm gonna make it worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
But by the time we get to the bottom floor, the doors open and the person who mistaken the pregnancy just sort of walked away. There was no like hug or like pat on the shoulder or like, "Oh, wow, that was completely idiotic of me." None of that. It was just like, "Okay, bye."
But you did say that she apologized.
Yeah, they did apologize, But
What did it
then
sound what did that apology sound like?
it was like, again, slow pause of like, "Ooh, I have really just sat myself in it."
Mhm.
And then it was like, "Oh, I am so sorry." So I feel like the apology was legit,
Okay.
but I would have been profusely apologizing. Like, I would have
Ye
gone above and beyond. There would have been hugging, there would have been like, "Can I take you to coffee? I am so s" I don't know. Like, I would have just been vomiting words at the mouth of apology.
yeah, trying anything you possibly
Anything.
could to try to make it somewhat not even better, just salvageable.
Is there anything that you can say to that person in the moment after you've mistaken them for being pregnant? Is there anything that's gonna heal that situation?
I think the only thing you can do is to take a lesson from the samurai and immediately gut yourself and have someone chop off your head.
I mean, that would honestly, that would have been a better ending
Because
to us just walking away
it's like,
slowly from the elevator.
I mean, at a certain point, like you realize you have done something so egregious, you just performed seppuku on yourself, or you find the nearest window and throw yourself out of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
God,
if I had been the person who mistaken the pregnancy, which I'm gonna say I would never do, you never say that to a woman ever. You just don't. Even if you're 100% sure and she is 9 months pregnant, no, shut your dumb face.
yeah.
But, like,
I
I would
think
quit my job.
oh,
I
if
would
you would ask that
quit.
question,
Yes.
okay.
If it had been me, I would be like, "Okay, well, I have to quit this job now, and
Mhm.
I cannot come back to this place of business ever again and see this poor girl ever."
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put on my biggest empathy hat here, and I'm going to
Perfect.
start with where you did. I'm going to pretend that I was the person that asked this horrifying question.
Yeah,
So the first thing I would do is apologize profusely.
perfect.
And I kind of go back to like throwing myself off, like out the window kind of thing. I really don't know. And I think I would say that. I would basically say, I have done something so horrible. I don't know how to make this in any way better.
Yeah.
I want to throw myself out of a window. That's how badly I feel.
I do think that's an acceptable response. Like, if you're telling them like, "Whoa, I really just messed this up royally. I wanna die."
Yeah. And then again, if they say, no, no, you don't need to kill yourself, wipe the sweat off your brow and go, okay, then what can I do to try to make this better? Like you said, can I take you to coffee? Obviously, you're not hungry. Is there some other
Oh,
option?
no, no, you did not. No, no.
Sorry. I take awkward moments and try to diffuse them with humor.
So I think hold on, that's where
Ugh.
I'm like, I think if you and I had been in this situation and someone was asking us if we were pregnant, we would have made like a very off color joke.
I absolutely would have. So
Same.
now I'm going to keep my empathy hat on and now transition in the elevator to your spot. And I think if I was able to muster any sort of courage to say anything, I would have said, I would have I would have looked at the person who asked, "Are you pregnant?" and said, "First time? I bet it's the last." Because hopefully that will defuse the situation just a little bit. It makes them feel like a bigger a-hole than hopefully they already do. And it takes a little bit of the focus off the individual that was
Right.
just asked if she was pregnant. God, but it makes my skin crawl.
I think if I could have gone back in time and what I how I should have reacted, it would have just been like that, like so overly appalled by it that it would
Now,
everybody would have been like, What?"
now I'm getting a flood of ideas of things that I could have done if I was
Right.
in your position in the elevator. First of all, ask the a-hole. First time to ask someone if she's pregnant. Mhm. Second thing would be is turn to the victim and say, "Would you like me to deck this individual?"
Correct. Like, how would you like me to intervene
Mhm.
here? I can do one
Uh,
of 50 things.
would you like me to insult something physical about this person?
Because
Uh,
I got you there. I can insult
yeah,
all day.
I'm going to turn into Jeff Ross, and this is going to be a Comedy Central
Yeah.
roast in about
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe the fourth thing would be anyone else want this elevator to plummet? Just anything to try to defuse the situation. That's what I think I would have
Yeah.
tried to do in your position, but it's an impossible position.
Okay, so you had mentioned that you have also witnessed this happen. I'm curious to know what your story was.
There's nothing you can do. I mean, when I say witness it, like I heard
Yeah.
about it.
Oh,
Someone
okay,
said,
so
"Oh,
you were
this
not,
happened to me."
like,
No.
firsthand experience.
Right. So yeah, I heard about it. I wasn't there in the moment for it.
Gotcha.
But when you're told that and someone says, "Oh, this happened," I mean, there's nothing you can do
No, there's really not, like, other than I
because there are no amount of words of affirmation
no.
that you can tell someone to
Like,
make them feel better.
what do you do? Followed up with, "But you're pretty." Like, I literally just called you fat, but let me add, like, "But you're so sweet. You've
That's
got a great personality."
I love how
Ugh.
you did finger guns there.
You gotta add something, right?
Yeah, yeah. It just anything.
How can I
Um,
jazz it up?
yeah. Who's pregnant? Spirit fingers. Finger guns. Yeah. Uh, oh God, it's just it is just an awful awful thing. Um, and I think actually I have seen it, but it was so long ago I don't really remember all the
Yeah.
details of it. And my personality had not fully formed yet to be able to say something ridiculous to make it somewhat better for those involved. Um, but yeah, I just and they work together, which is
Yeah,
additionally awful. Oh God.
correct, and on the same floor, like, you're gonna see that person daily.
Yeah. Is it possible? Because I like to think of outstanding or ridiculous scenarios as
Sure,
possibilities. Okay.
sure.
Is it possible that the person who asked or said, "Congratulations, you're pregnant," that they're just a horrific person and they do this? This is like a thing they do to make someone feel bad. Like basically just the absolute worst workplace bully.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that is plausible. I don't think in this situation it was that, because I feel like I would have remembered if that person had been, like, a bully.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure,
Yeah, yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But yes, there are people like that though.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to ask because I've in our broadcast careers, we've come across people like that. They may have said slightly different things, but the personality type was there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't know. Like, how do you go to the company Christmas party after
You
that? How do you sit across from that person in a team meeting or something? You can't.
you don't. I would never show up to any other work-related event again, and I would be looking for another job. Simple as that.
If you were on the receiving end
No,
of the comment,
if I was the person who said it, like, I'm a turtle now. I'm ducking in, I'm never coming out of my shell ever again.
and maybe even reporting myself to HR.
I
It's like,
fired
look,
myself, don't worry about it.
yeah, look, you know what? I did something. I'm gonna
Yep,
call the hotline now and say, look, I
correct.
did something, and I'm just throwing myself at the mercy of the HR courts here. Which, depending on the company you work for, they may not do
They
anything.
exactly.
But at least it's on record of you saying, "I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that I asked if you were pregnant. That I reported myself to HR." Does that make it better,
I don't know. I
or
really
should I
don't.
still throw myself out the window?
I don't know. I think it makes it worse, honestly, because now you've told more people that this is what happened.
Oh no.
You're, like, spreading it.
Make sure it's the corporate HR, not the local HR rep.
Right, right.
This story is how splitting the check turns into a splitting headache.
All right, Dan, I have a serious question here.
Bring it.
Do you have friends that wanna nickel and dime everything?
Sometimes.
Okay. We have these friends, like, when we go to dinner, they can't just, like, split the check 4 ways. Like, we've all basically had the equivalent of each other. I assume even, like, the next time around, it's all gonna even out, right? So we
Mhm.
could just split the check, right? It's super
Sure.
easy. Sometimes it gets difficult when you have a big party at a restaurant. The waitress can't do it or whatever. We have these friends who are, like, insistent on, like, itemizing a receipt.
Oh, so when they suggest to split the check, like they're breaking out the calculator, the pocket protector, they're
Yeah,
going to split it.
down to the cent.
Ugh,
Not only that, they're also
ugh.
going to be like, "You owe this much tip, you owe this much tip, y'all owe this much tip, and we owe this much tip."
Okay, couple problems. First of all, you don't get to dictate what tip I leave.
Right?
Because what if I had really bad service? Or what if I had great service and you didn't like your service? And so now I feel the need to over tip because I know you're going to under tip.
Right.
Yeah. Red flag number one. Do not dictate to me how much money I give somebody else. That's my money,
Thank
not
you.
yours. Shut up.
Thank you.
Number two, I don't think I could be friends with someone who wants to split the check that minutely because I don't know these people, but they don't sound fun.
Like I get it if the waitress is like, "Oh, we don't split checks here," or whatever, right? I get that. So we all just throw down a card and say like, "Yeah, split it, evenly amongst us," right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's a few dollars. Like, it's never gonna be like, "Oh, well, we ordered a $1,000 bottle of wine. We expect you to just pay for half of that." It's never going to be like that. It's always gonna be like 5, maybe $10 max. So
got it.
I can't imagine living my life worried about 5 or $10 at a restaurant every single time we go. And I'm like, "Are you tallying this on the back end?"
They probably are because if they are going to break down that specifically the tab at a restaurant, then yeah, they probably are keeping score somewhere in a ledger how much they've spent on the meal and how much they probably categorize it with meals out with Rebecca and her husband.
Right, and that's crazy to me. Like, do you keep score with any of your friends? It's really like, "Well, I'll get you here, you get us next time," or something like that. Make it
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. So this is all about perspective. To you and to me, it's just easier, less friction
Correct.
to just let's just split it and go about our day. If there's a $5, $10 plus or minus,
Mhm.
fine. Like you said, it'll even out
Yeah,
eventually.
eventually, yes.
I don't want to spend too much of my energy.
Yeah.
I only have so much energy in a given day.
Yes, agreed.
I also only have so much energy in a social scenario. So by the time the check comes, I'm probably running on fumes.
Yeah,
So when the check comes and trying to decide how we're going to divvy this up, everyone throw plastic down, split that bitch, and just let it ride.
correct.
I don't have the energy to math it at that point.
Right, like, everybody is ready to go home, obviously. We have had a great conversation, we've had great food, we're all ready to wrap it up, and now you wanna spend 15 minutes dividing up everyone's meals, how much they owe, and then insultingly add who owes what for tip.
Yeah. I will throw this out.
Okay.
If I know, do you know these people
Yeah,
well?
oh, yeah, they're, like, some of our closest friends.
Outside of when the check comes, are they fun?
Yeah, like, we have a really good time with them.
Okay,
It's
just
this
making sure.
one thing. It's like, I don't know why this is the hill that they're willing to die on, and I feel like I should also say, like, they do well. Like, they're not, like, strapped for cash,
Mm.
if that makes sense, and I'm like,
It
they both have decent jobs, they both make money, right? Like, they're not hurting in any way, shape, or form, so I don't understand why they, of all of the friends, are like, "Oh, we need that extra 1 cent tonight."
You're wondering why it is that this couple that you have such a great relationship with want to nickel and dime the tab, especially when
Yeah.
they've got it.
Yeah, because 'cause I'm like, "Aren't we past this point
Um,
in our
well, I
friendship?"
mean, yeah, I mean, the way I approach it is this, and maybe this will help you.
Okay.
You love hanging out with them. You love everything about them except when the bill comes.
Mhm.
So when the bill comes, you just shut that door. You just close it off and ignore that thing because you just let them do their thing. And you and your husband go to the bar, you go to the bathroom, you do whatever it is you want to do so you can just give them their time to play with the check
Okay.
and you protect your sanity.
I
Like,
love
yeah.
I love the idea of that. I do feel like it's gonna look a little shady if every single time the check comes, I'm like, "Oh, I gotta go to the potty." They're
Well,
like,
here's the thing.
I think that screams that I'm trying to, like, dip out.
No, no, you tell them. You have to disclaim it. You have to say, "Look, all right, here comes our favorite part of the night. That's where you scoured the check meticulously to let us all know what we ordered. So while you do that, I'm going to go do something else enjoyable because I hate sitting here watch you do this. Because if you're really close friends, you
Yeah,
should be able to call that out and be like, look, this is weird that you do this, but I'm cool with it because we love you 90% of the rest of the time.
right.
So so we're gonna go do something we enjoy while you do that thing because that thing is something you seem to really enjoy. So you guys have fun with that.
I was like, "Is it a dick move to just throw my card at him and be like, 'Figure it out?'"
No! No, it is not. That is the move you need to do. Because here's the thing, look, if you're close friends with people, be close friends with people.
I agree. I don't know. Maybe we've let it go on too long at this point that we can't say anything and it's just like this is just it. This is it. It is what it is.
First of all, I am shocked that you've been able to not say anything to these people because you do not ever strike me as someone that keeps quiet on something.
That's true. I mean, I I think it's because I'm not so close with the husband. I'm more close
Okay.
with the wife.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe that might be the problem. I think if we
Yeah.
were closer as a couple, it might be easier and
I get that. Yeah, you don't wanna you don't wanna mess with the waters too much. I get
yeah.
that. So in that case, you need to tell Hubs that he needs to say something.
Oh, that will never happen. Are you kidding me? That's a joke in itself.
Wow.
Like, look, don't get me wrong. I love my husband. He's a great human, and part of that is because he is so kind of passive
Mhm.
and he doesn't like to ruffle feathers. That is what makes him a good person. He's the one who kind of keeps me held back. Like I'm the fighter in the relationship, and he's kind of like, no, no.
Yeah,
It's this is why we work. So that's yeah,
got it.
he's not gonna be the one to speak up.
There may not be an absolute fix to your situation, but like, uh, like the pregnant scenario in the elevator,
Oh no.
just try to find a humorous way to diffuse the situation a little bit and just call it out. Be like, you know what, guys, I love you, but I hate this part of the night.
It's so
You get your
stupid.
you do your thing, like, you do you. We love you. You do you, because I know this may be your favorite part of the night,
I
and
like
I don't wanna take it from you, so here's a calculator, go for it, and I'm gonna go get one more drink at the bar.
I'm gonna be like, "Have you ever considered being an accountant? Perhaps a job change is in order."
Bonus points if he actually is an accountant.
He's not.
Time now for Am I the A-hole? Here we go.
Always good.
I am pet sitting for a friend. Am I the a-hole for asking for a plan if the dog dies while I'm dog sitting? Not trying to be mean, but this dog is old, blind, can barely stand and walk. Shouldn't there be a plan in place if he dies under my care? Signed,
Me.
signed our very own Rebecca Black.
I
Is
feel bad even talking about this.
I'm excited because I get to say a phrase I wasn't sure if I'd ever get to. Is Rebecca the a-hole?
Yeah, I might be. I feel like before I tell this story, I need to be like, Aunt Kelly, please stop listening.
Oh no.
Yes.
Wait, did Aunt Kelly's dog die and you haven't told her
No, no, no,
yet?
no, no. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't even believe you said that.
What?
Oh. Okay.
I don't know when she comes back in town versus when this episode drops. I didn't want Aunt Kelly to drop dead of a heart
No,
attack,
no, no, no,
and then
no.
you've killed two family members.
Dog is totally fine. Dog is totally fine. He's a great dog. He's a good dog. We love him.
Good.
However, he is elderly.
Mhm.
He may be blind. He might be a little bit deaf. He has a little he's got a little bit of a hard time walking. But the reason why I am pet sitting is because they can't leave him at like a doggy daycare or something like that because it's too much for him, right? Because he's elderly.
Yeah.
And so I am curious, does it make me the a-hole if I have asked if there is a contingency plan in effect for if this dog passes on my watch? Because I don't want to be the one to blame for that, obviously. But what is the plan? Because I don't want to say it could happen. I don't want to put that into the atmosphere, but it could happen.
I have an answer for you,
Okay.
but I'm going to stretch this out just a little bit.
Make me sweat.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you think you're the a-hole?
I don't know. I mean, is it insensitive to ask? Maybe. But also, like, what do I do? I need to know. I want the parents say and I want to do what they want me to do, right? So I'm trying to be sensitive about it.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to put the dog down?
No! Oh my god, of course not.
I
He's so
told you I was going to.
sweet.
I told you I was going to stretch this
Yeah,
out.
how dare you? No, he's still, like, with it, like, he's
Yeah,
still, like, mentally with it and all of that good stuff. He's just a little older, right?
yeah, yeah.
But that's
So
what
yeah,
has me concerned.
so this is why I said at the beginning of the show, when pet sitting turns into pet burying, the short answer, Rebecca, is no, you are not the a-hole in this scenario. To me, it is very reasonable, extremely reasonable as pet sitter, dog sitter, cat sitter, whatever, to ask for an end of life plan for the animal in your care if they didn't provide one already.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. My wife and I have pet sitters often,
Yeah.
and we have a whole sheet. My wife has a whole sheet that she has printed out specific to each animal
Yeah.
for their needs and everything.
Yeah.
And we have on there, in case of emergency, here's the vet to call. And the vet already knows, it's already kind of on record. Let us know what's going on if anything drastic happens while our animal is in your care, which is a simple thing. Every vet clinic will do that for you.
Sure.
So, yeah. So ultimately, no, not your fault. It's not, you're not being the a-hole in this scenario. It is actually very helpful and kind as the pet parent to go ahead and tell the person doing the pet sitting, here's what to do in case of an emergency.
Right.
Here's what to do if something ultimately terrible does happen.
Right.
Yeah.
I
And
y
there also needs to be a conversation. Like if you're on vacation, like if you're gone for a week on a
Yeah.
Caribbean cruise or something,
Right.
you should probably have the uncomfortable conversation of whether or not you want to be told mid vacation if your pet did die.
Right.
But your situation specific, is this just a daily thing so they don't have to take the doggy daycare, or is this a like for a week or two and then they'll take the dog back?
Oh, yeah, like, they're just gone for a week. They'll be back, on
Okay.
Saturday or whatever, but he like I said, he gets stressed when they're not there. He's definitely having some anxiety about it. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand, like, it feels icky to me that I would even think that. Like, to think asking about it. Does that make sense?
So let me get this straight. You made something weird.
Yeah. So that's normal. That's typical Rebecca.
Aunt Kelly should know this already. She should know it and should welcome it and understand it's you and it's totally cool. She should be fine.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what I would do if something were to happen to him under my
Yeah.
watch, and I just want to make sure I do right by what they would want me to do, if that makes any sense. And I mean it in like the nicest possible way,
Yeah.
but I also don't want to be like, I don't know, I don't know, is it insulting to be like your dog might die? I don't know.
No, I don't think so at all.
I don't think he will. I just, I don't know.
I can offer an alternate answer to your question of am I the a-hole? Okay.
Okay.
You have not talked to Aunt Kelly about this, right?
Right.
So she's mid vacation now.
Yes.
If you asked her about this now, then you would be the a-hole. Like, "Hey, apropos of nothing, but, if something was to happen to the dog, like it, died, what would you like me to do?"
Well,
Yeah,
I feel like at that point, her mind's gonna start going down the worst possible case scenario of like, "Oh my god, my dog is on its deathbed," which he is not. He is
no,
totally fine. He is healthy. He's alive and well. I just am concerned because he is elderly.
yeah. So, you can't ask her now.
Right.
If at this point, you just gotta fingers
Tough it
crossed
out.
and tough it out for the week and hope that Aunt Kelly makes it home to, what's the dog's name?
Bankston.
Bankston?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I hope
Is
he's wearing a little tuxedo, like a little bow tie.
I'm he has like a whole drawer full of outfits to wear.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Uh, so just do what you're already doing with little Bankston,
Okay.
and then hope that Aunt Kelly and Bankston get reunited at the end of this week alive. And then if she has you watch him again,
Again?
have the conversation before she goes out of town. Hey, just FYI, Bankston's love Bankston, but I just want to be prepared just in case. If something bad happens, what would you like me to do? And then that's it.
Okay. All right.
No.
Just rip it off like a band-aid. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer here, but I do think it's important for me to know what steps I need to take in the event something does happen.
Yeah. There is another way to go with this as well. And we're dealing with this right now because like we have a tenant in our home right now
Mhm.
that's staying like not long term, but it's not Airbnb for a week.
Yeah.
He was for like 2 months. And while we left one of our cats there
Okay.
because
Oh.
he was insistent. He was like, because we travel with our dog and our other cat because our other cat is a great traveler.
Mhm.
The cat that stayed behind is not. She hates it. So it's more traumatic to drag her around
Right.
airports than to leave her at home or have her do a pet sitting situation. So the guy that was renting our house, along with his girlfriend, was insistent. No, leave the cat here. We'd love it. It'd be great. Love to take care of your cat. We're like, really?
How
Yeah, please do it.
nice.
Yeah, it worked out pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Um, but he did ask. And we had the in case of emergency, the sheet that Tara has, all the information on Ziva the cat in case something happens. Here you go.
Mhm.
But he did ask if we would be mad at him if she died while he had her.
I feel like the phrasing is very poor there
Yeah.
because that almost sounds like I'm going to kill your cat. Say it again.
Tara, I don't want to talk to Rebekah anymore.
I'm so sorry. Listen to the phrasing though.
She took it really dark. That's what I get for doing a show with someone who does a haunted podcast.
I'm sorry.
No, I think he means would you hold me responsible? Like if something happened, would you
Yeah,
hold me responsible kind of
right.
thing? And ultimately, probably not. But if he did something, it's like, well, my answer is, well, it depends. What'd you do?
Yeah, I don't think he's actually going to do
No,
anything to your cat. I just think that was poor phrasing.
it was, yeah. Like if he woke up, came out, and the poor thing has passed. It's like,
Right.
well, I mean, she's like 16.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. That
If you whack her with a shovel, then we're gonna have a different
different
conversation.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, Rebecca, you're not the a-hole for wanting an end of life plan for Aunt Kelly's dog.
Okay.
I think it's reasonable.
Okay.
It's just since she's already out of town, you can't ask her now.
No, I definitely agree with you on that, but
Yeah,
it was one of those things. It didn't occur to me until after I got there and was taking care of him that I was like, "What if?" Yeah. Cuz my brain goes to bad places all the time.
clearly.
Yeah. I couldn't pay somebody to be up in here. It'd be ridiculous.
Although that is a show I would watch. All right, real quick, because this works to tie up this segment and lead us into our next one. Would you rather
Mhm.
be told your pet died while on vacation or wait till you get back?
Oh, I'm a need to know immediately. I love my dogs that much.
I agree. I think I would want to know
Yeah,
so it's not such a shock when I get home. I
correct.
understand the thinking of, "I don't want to ruin their vacation." It's like, well, if you tell me when I get back, that's going to ruin the vacation because I'm not going to feel relaxed anymore. So might as well just tell me right away.
Exactly. Like, I want it ruined. I want to mourn immediately. Yeah. Tell me immediately.
Yeah. And not only that, but if you wait to tell me, then I'm going to assume you did something wrong.
And you're trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Let me just go buy Dan a new cat.
Yeah. Don't spray paint that other cat to
Nope.
make it look like this one. I'm gonna know the difference.
Exactly. That's a terrible idea.
More Would You Rather coming up next here on Unsolicited. If you suffer from analysis paralysis, then this is your worst nightmare. It is time for Would You Rather. I'm going to
Analysis
give
paralysis.
Yeah. I am going to give you some difficult choices to make, but you have to make them. And for you listening to the audio podcast on Spotify, or if you're watching us on YouTube, we want to know what you think. So comment on this episode to let us know which way you would go. Starting with, would you rather have feet for hands or hands for feet?
Hands for feet. Easy. You?
Hands for feet. Same.
Yeah. You know how much
Absolutely
stuff
the
I
same.
could grab then?
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm here. Wasn't it Daniel Day-Lewis that won an Oscar for the movie My Left Foot because he was able to train one foot to grab stuff?
Really? I didn't know that. That's a cool fact.
Yeah, so the guy he portrayed real life,
Yeah.
the movie's called My Left Foot. It's a hysterical title,
It's a
a very
terrible
sad
title.
story.
Terrible title.
I'm going to give you the quick premise from my memory, and you tell me this doesn't sound hysterical, but remember, this is real life.
Oh,
There's a
real
physically disabled.
person.
What'd you say?
It's a real person.
Oh, I thought you said wheel person,
Oh, no.
and it is.
What?
Yeah. So if I remember this correctly, and I'll check it on IMDb, one of the best actors of our time, Daniel
Yes.
Day-Lewis, portrayed a man who is physically disabled and only is able to use his left foot in anything to grab, do whatever. I think he ends up painting and stuff. So
Okay.
the only thing he can do is with his left foot. No hands, no right foot.
Mm.
And to get around, they wheel him around in a wheelbarrow.
What? A
Yeah,
wheelbarrow?
well, I mean, it was olden times. They didn't necessarily have traditional, uh, wheelchairs yet.
What year is this?
This is why I need to check the
Like a
IMDb.
wheelbarrow?
I hope to God this wasn't the 80s.
That's what, like, literally, that's where my brain went, like 70s, 80s. I'm like, they definitely had wheelchairs back then.
All right, I'm going to look this up. Okay, but I am with you. I would much rather have hands for feet because then I have two additional appendages to grab things and do
Yeah,
stuff with. Because
absolutely.
if you've got 2 feet for hands, now you got 4 feet, and that's just dumb.
Yeah.
And you look like what's her name out of The Exorcist.
The little girl.
Hmm. I mean, if you want to scare some people on Halloween, that'll come in handy.
Oh,
Oh,
you
oh,
were way too excited about that one.
me and that lady on the elevator asking the lady if she's pregnant are going to fight for that window space. Just right out. All right, my left foot.
Like that.
1989.
Okay. That's
All
when it
right,
was made, though. That's not when this story took place, right?
correct. It came out in 1989. Let's see. Christy Brown is born with cerebral palsy to a large, poor Irish family. His mother, Mrs. Brown, recognizes the intelligence and humanity in the lad everyone else regards as a vegetable. Eventually, Christy matures into a cantankerous artist who uses his dexterous left foot to write and paint.
Okay. I
There you go.
mean, I guess if you don't have a wheelchair or you can't afford a wheelchair, the wheelbarrow is the next viable option.
I guess universal health care hadn't kicked in
Maybe.
this time period of Ireland.
Or like they just way out on a desolate farm of some sort and don't have like easy access to modern life.
Yeah. I don't see exactly when this took place, the actual deal. But yeah, it's a period piece.
Sure.
This wasn't modern.
Okay.
Yeah. But the movie did come out in 1989 and it starred Daniel Day-Lewis playing the main character. So there you go.
All right. Well, I
So
mean,
my memory in this case wasn't completely off.
no.
Back to would you rather. That's just
Oh,
one. All right. Would you rather have a head the size of a watermelon or a pea?
I think I'm gonna go with the pea size.
Ooh, you're weird.
What? You want a watermelon head?
I think so.
The b
I,
bigger is not always better.
no, I agree. However, as someone that's already kind of got a large head, I'm used to it. Um,
You
and I
do
don't
not
want to.
have a large head.
Well, like when I put on a hat, it's like 7 5/8 or something. I mean, like I don't have the biggest head ever.
I
I've
was
got
like,
friends that, but
I'm a girl, I don't know what that means.
it just like your hat size.
Okay.
That's circumference around.
Is that big? I don't know.
Look, my buddy Trey, who you know, wears like an 8. That's a big
Oh,
dome. Yeah,
dang.
yeah. Um, Small head would be anything under like like anything lower than 7's kind of weird.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, I'm kind of used to a larger head, so I think I'd rather go watermelon versus pea because if I go pea, which sounds weird enough,
Yeah.
if I go pea size head, then I'm going to look like Bob from Beetlejuice, and that's not the look I think I want to go for.
That's literally what I was thinking when you asked the question. I would love to be Bob from Beetlejuice. I think it would be a talking point. I would
Oh.
never be in anybody's way at a concert. Like, you have to find the positives. Whereas you with your watermelon head, you're gonna be in everybody's way.
I am everybody's enemy in the mosh pit.
Also, think about how heavy it would be. Like, you wanna carry that around all day?
I'd probably have a strap or something to help.
We gotta put Dan in a neck brace because his head's so big.
Yeah.
Keep him
Would
upright.
you would you rather be constantly sticky or constantly itchy?
Whoa. I already am constantly itchy, so I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go with itchy. Sticky is gross. Ick. Gross.
I think I'm with you. I think I would go with the itchy versus the sticky.
Yeah. I you can't come back from sticky. Like, once
No.
it's on you and, like, it's just a feeling. It's an overwhelming feeling of gross.
So part of the reason we do would you rather here on this show is to get to know each other and for
True.
the listener to get to know us. So I'm going to tell you something. I'm now going to tell you something about myself that's weird.
Okay.
I don't like being wet.
Oh,
Out
I can understand that. Yeah.
outside of normal wet conditions.
Correct. I get that.
I I love going to the beach. I'll get in the water.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm cool to be wet then. Taking a bath, taking a shower, whatever, cleaning. I'm supposed to be wet. I'm cool with it. But as soon as I step out, I want to be bone dry. If it was possible to install one of those dryers for cars when you go through the car
Yes.
wash, if I could, the big blower at the end,
Yeah.
if I could install one of those outside my shower, I would be in heaven. This is why I should be one of the uber rich of the world. I will put things in people's homes that the rich have,
Yeah.
like home dryers for your body.
I think that's genius. Because, like, the moment you said you don't like being wet, all I can think of is, like, my childhood and going to Six Flags and riding, like, the log ride and getting drenched all the way down to your socks, and then having to walk around in the Texas heat with moist socks. Ugh.
Ugh. I think we need to have like a convulsion or gag meter on each episode.
We talk about vomit a lot, and we gag a lot.
We really do.
What is wrong with
Ugh.
us? Are we just that sensitive, or do we just talk about vomit entirely too much?
I think it's both.
Okay.
Because we're sensitive about it, we gravitate
Right?
towards it.
True.
Speaking of wet, there was one that didn't make the list, but I saw and it somehow stuck it in my brain.
Yeah.
Would you rather your hair be constantly wet or your teeth be sharp?
Oh. Mm. I'm kind of leaning toward teeth. I don't have a solid answer as to why. You?
I'm with you, but I'm afraid I would regret my answer.
Same. Oh, you mean
Because
on the why?
yeah, because on one hand, it'd be kind of fun to hiss at people and have really sharp teeth.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
The downside is I'd be afraid I'd be constantly like biting my own lip or stabbing my tongue with my own teeth, and then
Yeah.
I'd just be a detriment to myself. So
Yeah.
maybe for the long run, the wet hair would be the smarter choice.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that, but girls in wet hair don't look good. Like, I can't pull off, like, the
Yeah, yeah,
sexy
they can.
swimsuit model. No, not me, regular lady.
Oh,
I can't do that. I look like I don't know. Every time they cut my hair and it's wet and they slick it all back to cut it, I look like a monster in the mirror, and I don't wanna be like that forever.
fair enough. Okay. Would you rather? Let me see. Oh, here we go. Would you rather be in prison for 5 years or a coma for 10?
Bro, I'm 43. If you don't say coma, what's wrong with you? Like, give me that sleep.
I am absolutely with you because if I'm in a coma for 10 years, I am going to wake up so refreshed.
So
Whereas
refreshed.
if I go to prison for 5, I am not sleeping for 5 years.
Correct. Also, like, think about all the cool dreams you're probably gonna have. That's better than real life any day of the week.
hmm Plus, if film and television has taught us anything, but only great things happen when you wake up from that coma.
Sure. Honestly, give me a 20-year coma. We can go 30 years. We can go from here on out. Like, give me all the coma.
Jesus Christ, how tired are you?
It's not all
Good.
just about tired.
You want to take a nap
Yes,
for 30 years?
a nap.
Rip Van Rebecca.
Do you mean death nap? Yes.
Oh God. There it is. She made it weird again. If you are listening to us, follow the show on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss an episode. Also, leave us a 5-star review. That'd be cool. And share the show with a friend. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. You can find all of our links at theunsolicitedshow.com. That's theunsolicitedshow.com. For Rebekah Black, I'm Dan O'Malley, and this was Unsolicited.